together, and I can't run any faster. It will end before it starts. I'm up against a wall. How can it be growing taller? I'm high on adrenaline. I see the world burning in a vision. Hands up as you fall. Don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall. Spinning faster. Hands up as you fall. Don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall. Spinning faster. Feel it in my veins. No drugs can do the same. Blood in the wind. Is this what we created? Where have we started? Did I lose my mind? I'm up against a wall on the edge. Seconds till I fall. I'm high on adrenaline. I see the world burning from within. Hands up as you fall. Don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Mr. Henry Batt, and it is morning time for me, 7:30 a.m. in Eastern Ontario. What a way to start my Saturday morning. What a way to start November 2025, ESCA Season 55. We have an Elite 1 match between Mana and Bushido Wildcats. These two teams making their way into the elite program here in ESCA of Season 55 and making their way into playoffs. And this is a quarter-final match, a best of three. And the battles are going to be on Nuke, Mirage, and Inferno. Mana fighting their way through Group B, a quick 2-0. Ancient and Dust 2 seem to be the way they want it to go. Cleaning it up, not dropping more than 6 rounds per map. On the opposite side, Bushido struggle a little bit, but still 2-1 to make it into playoffs. Mana being the main team, Bushido being the advanced team, so this should be a pretty close matchup. We're going to jump over to the server here to make sure that game sound is working. Get everybody in the server here and make sure that you can see what I'm talking about. Got a couple coaches in the server as well. I got them minimized on the HUD. We're just waiting for the last player of Bushido to join the server, and then we should be good to go. How's everybody's morning doing? What time is it where you're at? Bingo, tell me how I sound. Should be a faux knife round here. This map was picked by Bushido, so Mana should get the CT start. But I'll go down the team names here, and I'll tell you what it sounds like their names should be to me. So for Mana, we have Gamezilla, Amar, Bledard, Kerber, and Callie. On the Bushido Wildcats, we have Cadney, Darren Deli, probably just Dare, Vej, Skolin, and Enz. Nuke being a little bit of a weird map pick here. We've only seen Bushido play it once in Elite, and they lost to Quasar X44 13-7. Not a great showing by them, but maybe reading the play here, saying, Mana, you guys are a pretty heavy default style team. You love your Mirages, as they picked Mirage, your Dusties, and your Ancients. So let's take you to a technical map. Not technical map being Mirage. Okay, so I can get 7, 8, 9. No, there is no 9, 0. So 11 and 12, Skolin and Ends are going to be a little bit difficult to get to, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Ends, I press 6, left click. If I want to get to Skolin, it's a 4 and a left click. But on the CT side, start Mana, Bushido on the T side, and I'd love to give the favor over to the T side pistols. And with a flash and a smoke, maybe they're setting themselves up for something. Cadney looking like he wants to probably flash these boys into the mini wrap. And there's going to be 2 CTs waiting for it. Of course, I get kicked out of the server immediately. Great start to the day here in Face It. Going to be missing the pistol round. That's okay. Death across the board. Skolin left alone in a 1-on-4 and he can't handle it. Basic kicking me out at the worst possible time, but I assume that mini wrap did come in. We can see the death and destruction that happened right here. 1-0 for Mana. They're going to heavy investment into rifles into the second round. Bladard, buy yourself head armor right now. Buy yourself that ever illustrious $350 helmet, and you do not. Glocks can reign true against this kind of play, but up armored rifles means early utility to choke points. Molly in door, Molly in hut, Molly towards ramp, and then just play your life. Play your distance with the rifles. That's exactly what's happening right now. Utility lands outside, smoke towards ramp, and a little bit of a French timeout coming in from the side of Bushido. They're just trying to poke and prod here. Maybe get some good action in here. Gamezilla outside, spotting one, potentially finding a second. Tapping away with the M4. But again, this is exactly what Bushido's trying to do. Oh, almost dropped to his death. Darren Deli getting rocked by the nade, getting chipped out of the sky. Falls himself deep into the Africa position, outside behind Mini. Bladard, you don't need to overextend on this. Again, you don't have the helmet to support. Good pressure into lobby, though. Callie finds himself one, looks for a second. Flex on it, can't get the third, though. The Glock does reign true. The fights still continue outside. That's Bladard to clean up Darren Deli. Lobby control taken, MP9 picked up, but not much more they can do. The space is held outside by Mana, and a good flash is going to put Bladard into a winning position here. But again, losing 2 against just Glocks, maybe an upgraded P250. Mana's happy they won the round, but they're probably not happy they lost 2. It was just Callie losing the MP9. And then Gamezilla overextending outside. But Bladard should be able to, maybe $1,000 for the head armor now, but going up against a full plethora of AKs on the Bushido side, the helmet doesn't matter. I'd like to see some kits picked up on the Mana side because it gets a little hairy, especially if they're to pounce onto the A site. 2-0 right now for Mana. A few artists arriving. This is map 1. This is Nuke. We're going to be going to Mirage for the second and Inferno. If need be, Bushido did pick this map, which gave Mana the faux knife round victory. Putting them on the CT side. Molly into position here is Bladard. He's got support from Kerber. They might get overwhelmed. The AKs might be too powerful outside. Ends opens up on the first. Kerber trades right back. And they're still fighting for it, but rightly so. He gets himself out. Gamezilla does find one super deep outside onto the head of Vej. Maybe a little bit of a ramp fight here. Amara going to deal with this. Molly chips one out, pushes him forward. He has to fall, subside this position. He's getting pressured though. Cadney with the AK-47 saying, boys, ramp is open. Come on down. Spots the shoulder of one towards ramp. That's Amara still trying to poke and prod. He's got 2 to deal with here. The M4A1, M4A4 doesn't do anything at all. Window broken. A little bit of an indication to Cadney that someone's down there. Does land the Molly and pushes Kerber back. Now this fight for lower commences, and with no kit on the CT side, this is going to be a tough retake. They are flanking 2 from ramp. Gamezilla not being quiet about this flank at all. And the setup for the T's pretty strong towards double doors. Bomb is planted for them, and that smoke on single door is about to fade. Kerber opens up the opportune time. Spots one towards Dark. Dink is good, but not good enough. Ends finds 2, and now left in a 1v3. Callie finds the first. Bomb not planted for them again. Quick little tap. Double door swing potentially. Can't find the, oh, can find the player of Academy behind the double doors, and now is left in a 1-on-1. Heard them dismantle out of the window. Can't collect the kill though. Skolin puts the first on the board for the Bushido Wildcats. And a great way to do it. They pressure towards ramp. Amara gets pushed back and then feels like he needs to fight into it. He had a teammate rotate into the control side stairs, but not enough. Mana subside their first round, and their money not looking great. 2,700, 2,300 respectively on 2 players. Gamezilla might call for a little bit of a force into this. Maybe a half purchase. Lost bonus at 1,900. They can purchase into the next if they don't spend too heavy, but a tech timeout comes in all the same. Bushido looking pretty good now. They get those opening fights outside. They send their way down into lower. Great work. Round 4, tech, pause, bingo. If you're still there, let me know if the mic sounds nice. Let me know how the game sound is. I was having some issues with that yesterday because my OBS skills are dog shit. In's the hero of that round, playing from the dark position on B. Gets one towards ramp, swings and fights a single door as the smoke fades. It secures the first 4 Bushido Wildcats, and they're not really doing anything too fancy just yet, but we've seen a couple of different faces of Mana. Pressure outside's pretty heavy. They like to get a little frisky towards lobby. Bushido definitely have a response for this. Knife ASMR. Amar maybe looking to get his first kill on this StatTrak knife. I don't know what that's called. Blue gem flip knife. I'm sure I'll get corrected in chat. That's okay. Big goose egg on there. Looking for his first, but Bladard back in the server picks up the big green with the outside spawn as well. He might try to get himself across the secret stairs. He knows the pressure from Bushido outside has been a couple towards Twinkie. So if he can get himself into secret stairs pretty early, he's going to have a better chance of success. Smokes outside. I thought we were about to get thrown. It's actually a little bit slower of a play here from the T side. They're going to posture lobby first to try to burn out any util from the CTs on a site, and that's exactly what they're getting. Shoulder spotted. Bladard sees one up on Twinkie. Barrel spotted a second time, but he elects to not go back for it. Opening kill does go the way of T's. Maybe game just kind of disconnected in T's CT spawn. Let's see. Can't tell. Can't remember. Oh, he died right on a site. Little peek came in. Another one in lobby. Too quick. Cali trying to press the advantage, saying we need to get this into a 4-on-4, but Skolin too quick. AK-47 beautifully primed, and this is what happens when that slow default comes in from the Bushido side. You can see the wall of smokes not even really going to be erected outside, so they know nothing is there. And again, Bladard, third time's the charm, I guess. Spotting and missing chances. A fourth head he's found, but no success. MP9 and Hut does go big though. Kerber for one. Here's a pitter patter of another, but can't collect on it. Skolin puts him down. And now left into a 4-on-2, and Bushido Wildcats taking over A site like it's their job. And Bladard forced onto the save. And that was indication of the double or the single door open. Lets them know, well, no one's going to be coming back for this retake. Second round on the board for Bushido Wildcats. And well done for them. Again, they're not putting a wall of smokes outside. They're just throwing a single flash, showing a little skin from top Twinkie or Marshmallow, wherever in the world you're from. You want to call it whatever. And they heavy press onto A. They just kind of flash out Hut, blow the door open, molly into mini, nade into mini, smoke into mini. Keep the pressure up on A site. Now Bladard looks like he's going to get hunted. Does find one for his troubles. First kill for him on the round after spotting 4 or 5. Gonna do a little top flash here, but finds one back onto his face. And Darren Deli puts him down. A second on the board. 3 surviving for the T side is going to be huge. They didn't pick up the op there because they understand what the utility, what the economy rather, is going to be like on the mana side. So this should be an easy little cut in, and if Bushido can get up to 3 this early on their T side of nuke, they're going to be happy as hell. Darren Dilly with the Mac 10 front spawn drops a molly to his friend and says, watch me hold my beer, bro. Let's see if he flies out of Hut. Oh, what he likes to do with this Mac 10. Not sure that nade even blew the door open. We're going to watch this Mac 10 go. Look at the stack up in heaven. Do they have a Molotov for this? Maybe not. Is this Astralis style? It is. Astralis style. Here comes a massive execute onto the A site. Beautiful sets of util. One for Hut, one for empty vent, one for back site. They clear everything out. And this is a beautiful execute. Bushido get themselves onto site. And this should be a third. 5 USPs waiting for them. And they probably don't want to give the money over to Darren Deli. Bomb taking its time to get in. CTs don't look like they want to go for this at all. They just don't care. They're like, yeah, have the bomb site, knock yourself out. Economy going to be sweltering on the T side. And a purchase comes in round 6 for mana, but that's a third on the board on the T side for Bushido Wildcats. And realistically, coming into this, I felt like they were on the back foot. Mana smashing their way through Group B, 2-0 versus X Storm. They do find one outside, but it is just the Mac 10. But as I was saying, Mana in Group B, 2-0 versus X Storm. It was Ancient and Does 2, 13-4, 13-5. Then G2 Ares, a 2-0. Ancient and Dust 2 again. Oh, a little sneak onto the bomb, pulling them back. Kruger does find one. Candy deals with it, but when the bomb goes off, that's going to be 3 dead T's. Mana spends $0 into that. So a massive round at the end for them to pull them back, thinking a Ninja Defuse was going to come in. But it's all good in the hood. M4s be purchased back on the CT side. I don't know if an op is going to get in the hands of Bladard or not. It is. Go for his antics outside. We saw this guy fight a couple of rounds ago with the op. Spotting one on Marshmallow. not getting a shot, spotting the same one again, missing the shot, spotting 2 or 3 outside, probably the same person 3 times, not capitalizing on any of it, and then getting overwhelmed in spawn, attempting to save. But I believe this is a tech timeout. Hey, Trouble 91. Yeah, dude, no stress. 7:30 a.m. The wife got off night shift last night. I might as well let her sleep, so I come down to the basement and cast my life away. Thanks for being here as well. Appreciate you. Chat happening. Do I want to read it? A little tech issue are unpaused, and we're getting back into it. Round 6. Bushido, strength in numbers is how they just executed onto the A site, and that's what we love to see. You know, mana or the CTs are on just USPs. Take your time, wait 20 seconds, make sure that lobby pressure doesn't come in, and then full execute onto the A site, and they do it perfectly. I've been calling for that for months. 4 months. But now the lack of head armor on the CT side gives them the chance to get a little bit more utility. And more of the same from the CTs. Traits of utility here. Smokes and mollies aplenty. And this is standard posture for both T and CT side. Don't get your wig split outside by that M4. Where that is up on heaven. That was Veg. Takes a dink for his troubles. Follow-up nade is good too. Kerber looks like he wants to get a little frisky into lobby here, and there's going to be no one here waiting for him. This is space gain from the CTs, and he's going, boys, there's no one here. They're either deep towards ramp or they're pushing outside. Chunky nade lands on a Gamezilla's head. But this is actually crazy space. Kerber has cleared his way into lobby all by himself, pushes through the squeaky smoke, and he hears the smokes being deployed outside and says, boys, they're going for it. They're taking that outside space. Ali is here. A pop of the smoke going to give them nothing. Spray from Gamezilla. Gets good for 1. Looks for more but can't find it. Darren Deli gets dropped early. That smoke about to fade through the edge of the tracers. Gamezilla finds himself a second, but Dark from Heaven puts down a third. And now the damage up Veg along with Skolin left alone. In a 2-on unwinnable. Missed shot from Veg, low HP. Try to capitalize on it, but Gamezilla too quick at it. Puts him down, finds the third. Kali comes in to clean it up in a flawless round on the CT side. And a great adjustment from the side of Mana. You can see the scoreboard there. 3 in a row losses. First gun round not going their way. And then a consistent series of unfortunate events. They do collect 3 in the round prior, as that beautiful execute did come in from Bushido. A little bit of a sneak play from Mana, just grouping up into heaven. Tapping the bomb as there's 10 seconds left, forcing them to come back and fight. And that's really hampered their economy ends, still with the op in hands. The rest of Bushido going to be forcing into this, though, and I don't think Darren Deli is very happy about that. Might be talking to his guys saying, boys, let's save. Potentially buy into the next. I feel like they spent a lot of money. I guess Vej is going to have to save. He only had $1,500. So the force does come back in. Vej does get the op back in his hands. A little bit of ends. Thank you very much. Sorry, buddy. Take the Desert Eagle. Give me my primary. But AKs aplenty on the CT side of Mana, and this should be potentially up to 5 for them. They just have to deal with this 1 rifle, 1 op. Vej going for an early peek outside. Pitter patter of footsteps outside being heard. Great opening for Vej on the Gamezilla. Puts him down and opens up opens up that outside space. What's the rotational pattern here from the side of Mana? Bloodard watching the cross. This is a very difficult shot, but it looks like Bushido just want to work back into lobby. Maybe go towards ramp. They know that the response from Mana is going to have to be pressed back on ramp. Go for the fight outside. Even try to hold the wrap space. That's exactly what's happening. Kerber with the AK-47 primed. Right beside Vent, looking for the fight towards Squeaky Door. He does have support 2 on A site, make it 3 now. I think Bushido is probably going to try to execute onto this. They have a smoke and a flash. So they're going to have to do this real raw, and it's going to be very hard for them to break through. Molotov's in the hand of Kali. Going to burn him out early. Up on high, and the Mustang position is MR. And here comes the sight hit. Flash, smoke through the Squeaky Door. Molly into hot forces, 1 forward. Tech9 can't get it done. Cad going for the fight, but nothing getting done here. AK-47 from Kerber, cleaning out, holding strong from Squeaky Door, and he finds himself a 4K. Beautiful spray down, beautiful hold, and a beautiful 4th on the board. Potential 5th for the side of Mana. One single taser purchased on the T side. P250 comes into the hands of Vej. But it's M4s, AKs, and the AWP on the side. CT's Mana. Finding ready, putting the NA in nade. That was Gamezilla. AWP outside does ring true. First fight goes their way. Darren Deli trying to take the fight with a Glock. God knows what's happening. Sometimes this gets scary. Usually these are French timeouts, burning the utility out, but Mana, they don't play that game. They say, we're just going to hunt you down. We know you're on Glocks. Give us everything. Kerber might get jumped on from high, but 12 HP. Oh my God, drop on him. Oh, drop on him with the taser, bro. Come on. Get into it. That is one kill, though. It's a lot of money invested. Can Kerber really find a second? He cannot. Now left alone in a 1-on-4, Glock in hand. Nothing to be done. And sometimes that gets a little scary. So, French timeout from Bushido goes the opposite way. They actually just force their way into the fights. And that's the scary part. And Bushido says, you know what, we don't care. We just want to get AKs back in our hands. We're just going to fuck around outside and take some fights. It means they have a good game plan, so Mana are going to have to make a change. We've seen the fights outside. Gamezilla and Bledard, they like to fight through these smokes. They like to get a little pressure outside going. No real lobby crunches just yet. Bushido Wildcats have only pressed ramp one time. The rest of it has been more posturing towards A site with the outside fights coming in. So what's the change? Looks like more of the same. Gamezilla dealing with the outside play. This is going to be a little bit of a mini wrap. Darren Deli finding a great timing to get up onto the A side. Spots one through the edge of the mini smoke. Fluffed smoke, by the way, from the T side. Gives him that space. Swings back out. Drops Gamezilla. Now stuck on side alone with the AWP. Can he get anything done? Gets one and done. Mari from heaven, though. Good to find two, but Vej too quick to clean it up, rather. And a fourth on the board. Money looking strong for the CT side. Kerber disconnected after that one. Kind of pissed at himself. Couldn't get anything done towards the squeaky door. Spammed and jammed. But Bushido really need to win this round, and they need to win it cleanly, because if they don't, their economy is going to go back into the dumps. And you can see that Mana, they still have a full purchase coming in. Amari can drop whatever he wants. Maybe he even drops for Gamezilla to keep his money on the up and up. I hope I'm saying his name right. Kerber. That's alright. He is disconnected though. Bushido Wildcats putting up quite the fight on their T side. 4 rounds so far is pretty good. And they're not really doing anything too fancy. Their outside wall of smokes, I've only seen it a few times, but it's like at a minute. They're throwing the smokes to block this gap off. They're allowing for a lot of these fights. The CT smoke that lands like right here is actually giving them more space than they expect. This is being thrown by Gamezilla. He's dropping the smoke right here, trying to get himself into Big Garage to take this fight. And Bushido love that. They don't care. They just continuously blow open the door, molly and smoke into mini, flash onto the A site, break the windows to indicate that it's going to be an A, keeping the defenders there, and then they just wait for the push. And 4 rounds is pretty powerful on the T side. A little bit of knife ASMR. I've had enough of that, though. Still a big goose egg on that blue flip knife. I think it's a flip knife. Looking for his first in the tech timeout. We're still chilling. If you are just joining us, this is Elite number 1 for season 55. European regions quarterfinals playoff match between Mana and Bushido Wildcats. Mana coming in 2-0 from Group B, the top seed of this quarterfinal position, playing the lower seed of Bushido Wildcats, who went 2-1 in Group D. They lost one match to Quasar X44. They regret it, I'm sure. But setting themselves up for success, picking a map like Nuke, finding 4 so far on the T side, and it is their map pick. Might be dominance on the CT side, but Kerber back in the server. So we're up into it. It's a full purchase for both sides. Lack of kits on the CT side, but Bushido not really getting on site as much. They are just getting the kills. Not really needing the bomb to be planted. And it looks like the apple of their eye might be towards ramp this time, and this is where Bledard is. He's expecting maybe a little bit of a boost. What's he going to be gifted? First one, cross is blinded. Great shot from him to take out the first, but he's being pressured down. Flash is good. He got support from ramp, but it ain't going to be good enough. My prod skills suck, so I'm stuck on this one player as I stare at the mini-map. Next fight, Gamezilla here to support, but can't capitalize. Bladard does find a second from backside, or back ramp with a nade. As Gamezilla gets traded out, so into a 3-on-3 we go. As I say that, Veg takes out Cali as he tries to flank through lobby. Kerber's lower push takes out Inns, defending Bladard from this back red box. Now a 2-on-2, and this is an awkward fight for both these sides. I think they have the read here. The A site should be open. They can just put on their skates and get themselves over there. The vent flank gonna come in.
Bomb has been planted.
Veg hearing this, he does know he's getting flanked from lobby as well, so he has to be wary of that. Does find the good kill on the Bladard. Up the vents they go, but Veg finds both. And a beautiful position from him. Beautiful read from the T side to work their way from position and position back onto the A site, rotate around up into heaven, and plant front sight. Beautiful work from Bushido to get a fifth. And now Mana are left wanting. There's no way you guys are double opping. You are double opping. No, you're not. You sold that back. Good call. Gamezilla a little bit lackluster here on the MP9, but this might be the call from him to crunch lobby. His pressure outside has been not as powerful as I think he expects. And with the fact that he's on a lesser weapon now, he has to play a little bit more aggressive. He actually seconds his teammate of Kerber to do that, but the outside wall of smokes does come in early. A little bit of a change of pace from Bushido, but with no pressure behind it outside, Kerber's going to get all this information, and the rotate towards inner can happen. It looks like the actual execute is coming out onto the A site. This is going to be a hard hold for both these teams. The smoke backside is going to give them a space to deal with this. Bedard good for the first. Celery trades back out, but now they got to rotate and get themselves onto site. Celery, Cali, sorry. Trades effective for the CT side. Damage taken to Skolin and Veg. They're not enjoying that. Molly at the feet of Cali. He can find this. The A-side execute stunted. That backside smoke right here puts out two mollies that landed on site. Great kill from Kerber. First in the round. He did pressure outside to find that space. Spots one. The op gets himself information on the second. Now the pressure into lobby is underway, and this is Cali going to try to flank. Can he find the timing? Squeaky door. No, he can't. Ends comes back and checks it. Good, clean, clear. Finds the timing. Now Amar mantles onto site. He's got the op and squeaky door. Bushido have a chance here. In 40 seconds on the clock. They don't have to do anything crazy. They know they're 5 seconds from that bomb, 9 seconds from a bomb plant. They can take this slow. What's Amar going to give them? Stuck, steadily waiting. Shoulder spotted, missed shot. Amar puts him down to a 1-on-1. 14 rounds in the mag. He's got a 1v1 through squeaky door. Takeable and killable is ENS. Oh, but the AK-47 too quick, and a 6th on the board for Bushido. Wildcats, their T-side on nuke, running rampant right now, and Mana have no response. And their money lets me know they're probably not going to have much more of a response here. Great work from Bushido. All right. I'm going to be popping some of you guys. Sorry. I'm going to be hitting you with some stuff. Oh, God. Let's go. Let's try to keep this chat English. I don't have any mods in here. Don't make me alt-tab to time you out. Let's keep it classy, San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Anchorman one time. Last round of the first half. Second tack timeout coming in for Bushido. They want to figure out how to get 7 on the board. They're trying to calculate the money of Mana. Say, what could they possibly have? What could they possibly do? We haven't really taken outside space as a team, says the Bushido Wildcats. They love the A-side execute, but they just got stunted on it for the first time in 11 rounds. What could the change-up be? Aggression towards ramp, maybe. Allow Veg with the op to work outside. Who knows? Wall of smokes to get erected. And this is the outside play from them. This is what we were looking for. Bladard doing more of the same, getting up behind Red Bin. He is getting naded down to 68. Chunky damage to him early as well. Darren Deli and Cadney take a ton outside. They know Bladard's position. They said, dude, we've played against you 1,000 times. Quit fucking around behind that Red Bin. Kerber, footstep in trophy room. They got to get themselves out of there. Well, they still can. Gamezilla boosted behind the credit card. He's got his headshot covered by that extra little blue bin. But let's see what can be seen. Spotted, dealt with. Gamezilla takes out Cadney. Boosted immediately and dead, but he's not changing his position. This is where it gets a little bit scary. Spots one outside. Knows there's probably more than one. 1+1 rule does come in. Now flash from the peak. Great shot from Gamezilla to get it into a 5-on-3, but he can't overextend into this. What are you doing, bro? You saw more. You're walking to your demise. Bladard does pick up his M4, but his position is noted. Good flank coming in. Cali says, I see the op. Let's take our time, boys. Lobby push underway. Cali maybe wanting to get that first knife kill. Do it. Do it. Fucking knife him. Great double. Good patience. Now left alone. Skolin on the A site. No bomb in hand. This looks like a 6th for mana on their CT side, and it's not what they wanted. 9-3, 8-4, 10-2 maybe. But they'll take 6, no doubt. Skolin about to get his head ripped off from the squeaky door. Mar to put him down. Just like that, 6-6. We're switching sides. This is Bushido Wildcats map pick, so they started on the T side. But onto the CT side they go. NNs pronounced like 2-letter N's. 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 NNs. Okay. It is N. E-S. N-S. Not O. N-S? I don't know. Just correct me later. I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. Doolies for Cadney X. Sitting on top hut. But man, I'm taking outside space. They've been gifted this for relatively free. No spot has come in yet. Darren Deli trying to do his best. Spots one. Deals with Gamezilla on top of Mini. That position definitely heard. Mantling down from Twinkie. Gives that information over, and you never do that alone. So they know there's probably more outside. When that squeaky door opens, it's going to be eruption onto the A site. Mini rep should be coming in, but it looks like the CTs of Bushido Wildcats are going to deal with this. And the call is beautiful. Good kill in lobby from Bladard, though. Do they swing? Good for it into Mini. Squeaky door opens up, but they know that the ramp wrap is possible. But look at this up into heaven. Amari can't get anything done. Long range with the dualies. Even better. USB from Darren Deli gets 2 as they walk their way out onto the A site from Hut and get shut down. 2 surviving on the CT side with no damage, so it's $350 head armor. Cadney spends the 1,000, gets the M4 in tow, sells it back, gets the MP9, sells it back, gets the M4, sells it back, gets the M4, sells it back, gets the FAMAS. There we go. Cadney making the decisions for the team. It's rifles for 2, MP9s for 3. And I'm surprised Vej didn't get himself the M4, but he wants to get that op up as soon as possible, so the MP9 to farm some money. They have to deal with this force buy back in from the side of mana. If they do, this will be them getting up to 9. And look at this pressure from Vej. MP9 through the smoke, spamming, and damage is beautiful. $1,200 for Vej to add to that op budget. Darren Deli trying to support outside. Vej getting chipped down, spotted one more outside. So this is information known. Bushido can't overextend on this. Don't lose anybody in this round. Make sure your bonus round is as flawless as possible. Vej pretty stuck here though. 3 HP. Not much he can actually get done. Amar trying to get something done here on the A site. Might find the back of one, but like ships in the night, they avoid it. Vej still fighting away. Tech9 rings out. Good for it on the Cadney, but the trade too good. That's another $600 in the pockets of the CTs. Now left alone. The 1v impossible. Kerber left alone. What can he get done? The swing too good. Skolin finding himself second kill. Money in the bank for the CT side of Bushido Wildcats, and they're going to have a little bit of a putt in round here. 3-inch. You're on the 18th mini putt hole. If you sink this, you beat your girlfriend. If you miss, you guys tie. So, don't screw this up, Bushido. Make her suffer the whole car ride home knowing that you have beaten her in mini putt. Round 15. Oh, let's go. Gamezilla having a fun time here. R8 in hands. We're going to be tracking this guy. My guess, jumps himself on to Twinkie. Gets his face ripped off immediately. You hear him rattling that R8 out as soon as that goes. Boom! Outside, Darren Deli finds himself 2. Finds himself a 3rd as well. Looking for more. R8 rings out. Does damage to Vej through the edge of the box. Okay, he ain't happy about that. What was that? Gamezilla through the big gray box. Who knew this was possible? The armor pen of this gun is unbelievable. He knows these spams. Bladard does deal with Cadney outside. Oh, who saw that tag through the wall there? What a crazy shot with the flank. Ennis, whatever his name is. Sorry. Eanes. I don't know. Unbelievable shot by Gamezilla. Did anybody see that? He shot straight through this bin. Like this. Straight through the bin. Beautiful scenes. Beautiful scenes. But the purchase does come back in. Bladard with the op on the T side. Going against Vej with the op on the CT side. AKs for the rest and heavy utilities. This is going to be the first chance Mana has to use that utility to take the outside space. And Bladard getting boosted up early. Going to give him a chance, but no one looking for the fight on the opposite side. And they're getting a little aggressive here. Maybe through the smoke. Lobby crunch, engage, flashes in, Skolin with the rest of his team taking the space and forced to run away is Amar. But as this information is heard, the rap is coming in towards Hell. Let's try to find that person. Number 12. There he is. I don't have a 12 on my keyboard, so I can't get there as quick. But Callie, like a speed demon up in heaven. Are they going to be ready for this? They're still trying to crunch in the lobby. You can see that they're trying to reboost into it. Is Callie going to be ready for this? Neutral style. He is. AK-47 good. He knows the boost just came in, so there's probably one more waiting for him. Amar can't really support him from this position, but the rest of the T's mantling up into heaven are going to be able to support. A-site and lobby still being held by the CTs for now. But this is a very hard hold. Very difficult job Skolin has in front of him. The ramp walk is coming in, and this is Ennis to deal with it. Long range MP9 is good for one, but the trade just too effective. And now if they do go down into lower, this is where two of these CTs reside. Vej with the broken window is going to give him a chance to take an early fight, but they're rotating back to the A site, and Cadney's going to be the only one here. No descent just yet. As I say that, the bomb does mantle onto site. That's Gamezilla. Cadney has an opportunity here. Why is there no one else on the site? Cadney works his way around backside. Trigger discipline. Gets spotted though. Great cover by Bladard. Probably wondering why the fuck is this guy watching that? But it doesn't matter. This looks like a 7th on the board for Mana. Veg trying to spam through the edge of the wall, but they're going to get overwhelmed, hunted down, and dropped. Oh, dude, Lando, that's hilarious. Okay, Ennis. Okay, that's a good way to put it. Ennis. Hopefully I'm right. If it is Ennis, let me know. Thumbs up in the chat. Thanks for everybody who's been following recently too. It means a lot to me. I see 5 people in the last hour. I just want to do my heroes. Everybody who follows, it's almost 0.5% increase because I'm so low on followers. Let me know. 9-7 now. Bushido Wildcats showing us why they wanted to pick Nuke. They had a 6-6 half. T-side, that's pretty friggin' strong. You can see the coach shadow just there in front of the crosshair of Skolin. But losing the first gun round gives Mana a chance to get right back into this. But the fact that 3 rounds were won in a row by Bushido, and as clean as they were, MP9 kills, they were able to build up a bank account enough to purchase back into this. And they're going fast outside. Kerber in front of this utility. I don't think this is going to be noted. He can get himself into big garage without being spotted at all. And there's no way they expect this. There's no way they knew he crossed. Barrel spotted a 1. Head spotted up. Another quick 1 tap. Does he check the barrel? No, he didn't. I thought he saw it. Nothing he can do. Darren Deli knows he's being pinched. So they need to pressure themselves towards lobby here to take this fight. Good kill onto ramp. Put this into a 4-on-3. Ennis and Darren Deli making it happen. The high-low stacked here. Heaven and hell. Looking for the fights outside. Darren Deli going overextend. It's too late. Callie with the AK-47 drops it. Now it's Skolin's job to deal with the next. But again, Kerber position advanced on what Skolin can believe is possible. And from a 4-on-3 into a 2-on-3. CTs need to crunch in the lobby to take this space. Ennis and Cadney are together doing this, but this is more of the same. Man, I love this hell wrap going towards lobby. They dealt with this last time. They had Ennis here with the MP9. He has an M4 now, but less HP. It's going to be a harder kill, but look at this bomb on Gamezilla, so alone. He doesn't know if he's getting wrapped. He doesn't know if there's anybody in front of him. Who created the layout / overlay? This is called MyHUD, M-Y-H-U-D, all one word. Google it. You can get a free 48 hours if you want to practice, play, mess around. I can change the colors to whatever you want. Pick 2 colors. I'll set it up for the next map. B site taken. Mana prepped for an 8th. And Bushido look like they want none of this. So it's a beautiful execute from Mana to take outside space. Maybe a couple of overextensions from Bushido, but we saw that opening kill. I think it was Kerber who got pretty advanced. Smokes were still being tossed from spawn, and he was already crossing. Got himself into big garage. One kill here, traded out. Not really traded out, but survival of the fitness over there. But an 8th on the board for Mana nonetheless. Mana coming right back into this game. As soon as the guns get on the board, you can see they've put 2 in a row now. And with 3 surviving for both of those rounds, potentially. Uh-oh. But Cali gets rocked by the bomb. 2 surviving. Shows 3, but only 2. 2, 3, 3, 2. Scoreboard's lying to us. Corrects itself towards the end of the round there. Beautiful update from Counter-Strike to correct small little mistakes like this. These small little mistakes, where this was 3 a second ago, could throw your ability to count the money into haywire. But now this is Mana's chance to tie this game back up. Their T's side looking strong on the guns. They're taking advantage of small mistakes that Bushido is giving them. I think Bushido want to close this game out quicker than they expect. 3 in a row on their CT side gives them the confidence to take the fights, but the speed that Mana is throwing at them right now, especially Kerber, it's coming back in spades. Now Bushido onto the terrible purchase here. M4 and AWP, the only weapons of note. 5-7 in Skolin's hands. Wake up. I haven't had my morning coffee, Monster Energy drink. But Mana with full util here. They're going to be going for maybe something fun. I'd love to see an A execute from Mana, knowing that they could probably split the D, the AWP that was saved, the M4 that was saved. Pretty standard of them to double up outside. Maybe even double up on ramp. And it looks like it just might be what I want. The A site execute. Skolin's deal with this. He's on top hut. He's got the 5-7. Avoids the Molotov as well. But that's just pump 1. That's Mana saying, let's see what other util you got. Flash is coming out, indicating maybe more of a hit to make rotates happen. They're changing up. They're going back towards ramp. This is where Darren Deli, the Desert Eagle Devil himself, is ready to bang out, but he can't get much done. Bladard boosted, takes him down, and that's an open ramp. Potentially open B site. There is one here. Veg to deal with this. Double doors open. It'll be spotted. Caddy deals with Gamezilla. Into a 4-on-4 they go. Veg get done. P250, nothing. Great 180 swing from Kerber to get an 18th on the board. 6 HP to his name. He needs to be careful. Those double doors need to get closed. But a great clear of the site. And the burn on the Molly is going to give a little bit of an indication over. That's all she wrote. Mana up to 9, and Ennis looking like he wants to save. Go join his team, Cadney and CT spawn, and they have time and opportunity to do this. Put the skates on, let go of shift, hold W, press 3, get that knife out. Sprint your way over there. Change of pace from Mana there. Looked like they were going to posture for a little bit of an A-site execute. Smokes land outside. They wait 2, 3. Molly's onto A-site. Wait 2, 3. Second wave of utility comes in, and then they just march towards ramp in a great boost. Darren Deli not ready for that with the Desert Eagle. And Mana tying this game up. Oh, his name is Ennis in real life. Okay, so it is like Dennis, but like Ennis. Okay, beautiful. We like to see that. Thanks everybody for showing up. More people following. Love every second of it. Appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Tell me how shitty I am. Tell me how great I am. Doesn't really matter. You treat me poorly, I will try harder. AK-47s and the AWP still in the hands of Mana. They still have all the utility they want, and their money starting to grow. Not great, but starting to grow. They're going to be able to purchase into the next. It'll be an awkward buy if they were to lose this round, but Bushido on the opposite side, their money's starting to grow as well. Their loss bonus adding up quite quickly here, so this is becoming anybody's game. The next round will dictate who gets to 11 first. That's my guess. And just more of the same. They want to pressure this op towards ramp. Same boost going to come in. This had to have been... Oh, it wasn't communicated. Vej gets rocked by the exact same play. Darren Deli just lost the last round. The op tries to find the second, but it's Kerber holding the ramp push. Darren Deli gets wrecked. Ennis finds one to respond, but not enough. And he's like, boys, I'm already leaving. I'm already going for the save. What are we doing here? We're overwhelmed. Mana's T side too strong. Wall of smokes and a couple flashes keeps the outside defenders and the rotators from coming to support. And now crushed and dealt with his game. Zilla put this back into a 3-on-3. Back towards the A site they go. Cadney trying to do it with this off pressure into squeaky door. Jump spots, finds the angle to not get killed. Gets themselves a second as well. And Mara trying to force the fight, but Cad staying alive. And now left alone. 1-on-3. Who else would you want here besides Cali? Can't get anything done. Skolin flies up the vents, puts a 10th on the board. And right as I was saying, they were running for the hills when Ennis was running for T-spawn or CT spawn. They respond with a great 3v4, and all three surviving means their economy can go to the moon. And the T-side economy, not doing great, just barely staying afloat. They're going to have an AWP, an AK-47, maybe a couple of MAC-10s, Tech 9. GameZilla taking too much space outside, losing the 4v3 advantage for his team. I'm probably regretting it. But this is Bushido up to 10. First tack timeout being used for the side of Mana. And again, they're probably just trying to read the economy, trying to read the plays, make a new understanding of what's happening. They've been given a lot of space outside. They've continuously fought towards ramp. Vej lost his life the same way Darren Deli did. Look at this guy. He's got the R8 in the force purchase. Oh no, get another spam kill outside if you're just joining us for that one. He shot through the gray bin from Marshmallow, Silo, Twinkie. Killing the Opper on the Bushido side. He's going for more of the same. Start rattling it. There we go. Get the rattles going. It's almost too scripted. Outside take coming in, and this is what Bushido wants. They're like, listen, we're playing super deep towards ramp. We know you guys like to pressure it. We're going to have the fast rotates ready to go. We don't care about the outside take. We know you guys are on a low, maybe a forced purchase. GameZilla ain't going to be gifted anything too soon in the form of fights. But you know who is? Oh, missed his shot. Bladard has a chance to get a 5v4, but takes 53 damage for his troubles instead. R8 ringing out, but no damage found just yet. And look at this A-site posture. What the fuck are these guys doing? Missed shot from... Oh no, Vej gets that one onto Kerber, tries to rejiggle into the angle. Almost loses his life. I thought he missed that shot, but he drops Kerber outside 5-on-4 for the CTs. And 25 seconds to go. They know there's an AWP. They know there's an R8. The util that's come out means this is a forced buy. So Bushido, you close this one out. That's 11. You're going to be going against the save, which is 12. So Mana playing for overtime. Cadney, great try. Can't collect onto it. Second kill from Cali. Ennis drops, but the rotation in from Darren Deli too quick. And this is what happens when you're playing 4 on the A site, especially because you have no information. 1 ramp, 1 fast rotate, 3 on the A site. Great hold from Vej to take with the opposing Opper. But now left alone, GameZilla, the only guy with a photo. Look at the shoulders on this guy. That jersey makes him look huge. Just find an AK-47, and he's going to try to save in vents. What is he doing? Gets the op instead. Even better call from him, but still 11 on the board. Bushido looking strong on their CT side, and Mana, they're seconded to nothingness. GameZilla, no money in the bank, op in hand, dropping that over to a buddy and picks himself up, or keeps the R8 from the previous round. All right, Bushido, close out map 1. Close out your map pick of Nuke and send us over to Mirage. This should be you on 12. This is a force buy coming in. You win this. That's another force buy Mana's going to have to deal with. So 3 anti-force rounds in a row. Great practice for Bushido to deal with. And I just want to see this R8 get activated. Come on. He's flexing the gun outside. It doesn't even have a skin on it. The wall of smokes allows him to get down into secret. Good opening shot. Darren Deli takes a chunk through the edge of the wall. Says, I'm not dealing with that 308 no more. Can we apply some pressure somewhere else? It looks like they're going back to the A-site stack. 4 members up here ready to roll. They are fighting outside. Darren Deli trades back. Vej gets one as well. So 5-on-3. I say trade. This trades that damage that he received early. Skolin and Vej find the next 2. So left all alone onto Kerber. Mac 10 from range 8. Going to get it done. 5 surviving on the CT side. And 3 map points to pick up their map of Nuke to send us over to Mirage. And Mana's money is broken. These guys need a mana pot. They need an evocate. They need something to pull this utility back. Or pull this round back. Pull this map back. And I don't think they're going to get it. If I could be a hero, baby. No, GameZilla, what are you doing, bro? You had money to get an R8. What are you doing? You were so successful with it. All right, posturing for an outside take. GameZilla making all the noise in the world, indicating that they want to move quickly towards lower, but it looks like a hit towards ramp is going to be coming in. Chunky nade. Not that chunky, actually. Ennis prepped and ready, AK-47 in his hands. Fej does deal with GameZilla towards lower. AK-47, good for the first. Can't collect more. Cali with the Desert Eagle. Bedard with the Tech 9 finds himself one as well. So this is getting a little bit sporty here into a 3-on-3. Weapons picked up for the T side. They have armor to back it as well. So not out of the woods just yet are the Bushido Wildcats. Turkish squad looking strong on their CT side. Even put up a pretty dominant T side as well, collecting 6 rounds. A couple of small mistakes. I feel like they could have collected 7, maybe even 8, but they have a chance now to close this out. Darren Dilly going to find a good timing to get up into heaven to flank the flank. They will be checking this. Good kill from Caddy to open up onto Bladard. Now footsteps, pitter-patter. Darren Deli hears this. The mantle down onto sight. He doesn't even need to speed up. Just needs to collect the kill on the bomb planter. Finds the first. Can't find the second in opposite Mustang. But you know who can? Cadney. And that's 13 on the board for Bushido Wildcats. And Mana going on to Mirage. Their map pick on the back foot. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. And we will be right back. Listen to music and enjoy your time. Wildcats pick up their map pick of Nuke 13-9. They had a dominating T-side start, 6-6 half. Didn't really tell the whole story. It should have been maybe an 8-4, a couple of small little mistakes. But still, they close it out in style. They allowed a few gaps on their CT side, but things they can look back in the VOD and say, we can correct that. But now we're on to Mana's map pick of Mirage. That was a lot of M's. Mana's map pick of Mirage. And they're going to try to do the same, pick up a quick victory, maybe a 13-9, 13-10 to make it exciting and send us to Inferno. But again, my name is Mr. Henry Batt. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to jump over to the game. Make sure the sound is flowing. Make sure my numbers are working. Again, coach slots are in. Can't get rid of them. Trying my best, but I don't think we're going to have any chance to get the Cadney on number 12 because my keyboard only goes to 0. But we can figure this out. Let's see. 6, no. 5, no. 4, no. 3, no. 2. How do I get... Okay, now he's dead. Okay, there's no possible way for me to get to Cadney unless I left click frantically. So if you're a fan of Cadney, I'm sorry we're not going to be watching too much of them this game. Make BW win this game. Okay, I'll try my best. Faux knife round underway. This should be Mana winning this one. No, Bushido winning this knife round, and they get to pick the side. For me, I love a nice T-side start. I love maintaining control, making sure the discipline of my team is there immediately. Starting on the CT side, a lot of freedoms come into play. And yeah, I especially in a match like this, quarterfinals of Elite 1 Season 55. Next games aren't happening until Monday, so these teams, the winner of this at least is going to get to watch the next game. Just a little faux knife round here, nothing exciting. Let's see what side Bushido Wildcats want to take. English only in the chat. Love you to death, everybody. Let's, yeah, I don't have a mod because I'm old. I don't know what that means. It's a little scary to think someone else is going to moderate what I allow you to say. I don't care what you say, as long as it's in English. Don't say any heinous shit. You know what I'm talking about. Don't make me nitpick about that one. But let's just watch some Counter-Strike and have some fun. If you've bet, cheer your team on. If you bet and you're losing, cheer your team on even more. Okay, Bushido Wildcats, they take the CT side, which forces Mana onto the T side. I don't think they're going to be too upset about that. Strategic style team, default heavy. They love their Ancients, Dust 2s, and Mirages. We saw that team play coming in over on Nuke. They were able to execute a couple of times, take space together. But at the end of the day, Bushido just winning too many T rounds. Push them over the line. Skolin with armor and dualies. Looking like he wants to go for a little bit of an A play. He's got that spawn to get himself up into Palace nice and quick. Let's see if he can get boosted up. Oh, he's going for the A ramp. Close pressure. Footsteps are going to be heard. This is Amar with the P250. Upgraded pistol. This upgraded pistol. Spawns one close. Crushes the skull of Skolin. Now he knows he has one more steep spawn, but too good with it is Darren Deli. Vez just find one towards B-Apps. Looks for more. Can't capitalize on it. P2. No, Glock puts him down. There is one more on B site. This is Cadney. It's Kerber, who we're not going to be able to see because I don't have the 12 engaged. But it was a little bit of a different setup for Bushido Wildcats than we're used to seeing. Usually it's 1, 1, 3 on the B site set up for the retake towards A, but they played 2 here. Darren Deli looking for the next great click to the skull. Cali not even expecting that. A little bit of a jump scare. USP quiet takes the skull. Looking for more in connector. Can't capitalize on those kills though, but information gained. The rotate is on. Murder hole not broken yet. So this is beautiful for the CT side to hold this down. Flash is good. Cat flank, not quite as good. Can't find the opening towards the bomb planter, but a 3-on-2 nonetheless. Tag get it towards the jungle player, but Kerber swings into it. Now a 2-on-2. Bomb planted in the open. Kit on the back of Ennis. Taps and holds. No fucking way he's going to get this. Oh my god, the Ninja Diffuser right under the nose of the T's. He planted this. Kerber not quick enough on the cat jump. Bledard does get those next 2 kills, but it is a pistol round for Bushido Wildcats. And that kit from everyone in chat's favorite, Ends. NS. Ennis. Ends. Great diffuse, great stick and hold, great cover. Bushido get a first. Let's go Wildcats. Rifles purchased for the CT side. Only one MP9. Force buy on the T side. A couple of AKs 1 scout, 2 Desert Eagles. No head armor, no helmet behind Kerber's purchase. So it's going to be a difficult fight for him if he does end up taking one at range. To deal with this is Veg, though. Top ladder. Moves away at the wrong time. Going to come back into this jump scare style. Spots the first. Deals with it. Looks for a second. Finds it. Kerber, no head armor. Gets rocked by the M4. Another flank from Darren Deli on Cat. Not even flank. Just an up close and personal slap in the face. Puts down the force by a Mana, and a second on the board for Wildcats on the CT side of Mana's map pick of Mirage. If you are just tuning in, map 1, 13-9, realistic domination from Bushido Wildcats. They post 6 on their T side. It should have been 7, even potentially 8. And they're keeping the train rolling. Is this another force buy coming in from Mana? What the fuck are these guys doing? Someone in chat, tell me what this means. Why would you force buy after a force buy? Do you think you're going to get a bomb plant? 2,900. Looks like they're moving up towards B site. Ennis is here. Famas, jump spot to get all this information. Molly's going to be devastating if they walk into this. Nade. Chunky. Huge nade from him. Dropping Kerber down. Smoke to put out the Molly's an indication that the move is coming. Caddy with a boom. Taking out one. Finding a second M4 to reload, but it's USP pulled. Ennis and Caddy collect for the next 2, and this B site hit is stunted. Gamezilla does find one, but that's all she wrote. Shooting at the dead body. Picks up a second Tech 9. He's got to get himself out of there. Game, set, match. 3rd round on the board for Bushido Wildcats. And a beautiful B-site hold. That smoke putting out the Molly. If they would have waited 1 more second, they probably could have just busted through the end of that Molly and got on the site a little bit cheaper. But that was the information and the call to move. Another good call on that is when you dump utility towards A ramp, you flash over mid, and there's no mid window smoke, and you can see all this. Well, that means rotations towards B site need to come in because the B site is under scrutiny. Not today. Bushido put 3 up early. AKs in the hands. Oh, only in 1. Darren Deli, the only AK. Oh, I lied to you. Skolin picked one up off the ground. 2 AKs. But up in the hands of Veg. I'm not sure if I like this purchase. He's going up against pistols and the AK of Kerber. Let's see if we can find him. We got to click through to find this dude. There he is. But again, no head armor with this AK behind it. Donk style play. Hey, you guys can't afford anything? Let me buy the AK. I'll win us this round. But aggressive posture from the CTs. You're going to have to get off Cat here soon, Veg. Hair on the back of your neck should be standing up shortly. Timing shouldn't be eluding you here. There's no way you're going to get shot in the side of the head. No, he gets himself out of there. Perfect timing. Kerber does find a timing into mid. But is that mid window broken? It is. Murder hole's broken. He's going to find one towards Market. Great kill. The collect on Cadney rotating out. Now the A ramp push is underway. Darren Deli finding a good timing here. He might even capitalize on the bomb while the rest of his friends hold the site. Skolin spots one posted under. They're going to try to deal with this. Ramp flank coming back in. Flanks on flanks here. Darren Deli gets both. Great kills from him to put the bomb down. And this looks like a clean 4th for the CT side. Veg still posted on Cat. Watching the connector walk up. Spots the head of one. Double zooms in. Doesn't collect the shot. Good kill from Skolin to clean up that kill. But now they know. Bladard left alone. P250 trying to work his magic. A little bit of a haircut for him from the 308 to the op. But he is getting pushed and wrapped. Chunky nade puts him down to 30. And the Famas puts him down. M4 AK to be transferred over to the hands. Ennis picking that up. That's 3 AKs on the CT side. And Bushido off to a hot start. 4-0. I agree, Trouble. That was a awkward set of economical decisions made by Mana. The round 2 purchase. Okay, I get it. You got a bomb plant. No stress. Round 3 purchase. Round 4 purchase. All right, now you're lacking what you need to win a round on Mirage, and that's 5 flashes, or 10 flashes, 5 nades, 5 mollies, 5 smokes, whatever. Kerber has nothing. Spam opening up, giving a little bit of an indication here, but Cadney, oh, gets his pants ripped wide open by the op shot. No damage to him, though. He's just saying, you ripped my trousers, bro. Look at this. Palace pressure from Darren Deli. He's going to give tons of information over. And as soon as Skolin feels that ramp is clear, he can support towards connector. Flashes are coming over, and this is the fight that they're going to be looking for. Off posted, but not good enough. Skolin with a great shot onto Bladard. Traded back out by Amara. This is an A-site hit coming in, and it's a two-pronged defense from the CTs of Bushido. Darren Deli finding his timing on the A-site. Great kill from the standing to the crouching. Gets himself 2. Cleans up the stairs and connector play, and that's a 5th on the board for Bushido Wildcats, and they are destroying Mana on their map pick of Mirage. They are up to the good 1-0. They win their own map pick of Nuke. And if they can close this out in fashion, they're going to be moving on to the semifinals, knocking Mana out. If you are just joining, Mana going 2-0 in Group B gives them the upper seed in this matchup. Bushido going 2-1 in Group D, beating Leo Team and Mao's NXT, but losing to Quasar X44. 13-0 would be nice and clean as well. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Glocks and Desert Eagles for the T side, which is really strange to me. You have $3,500 and a $3,400 loss bonus. Get some armor, get an upgraded pistol. That's what we like to see. No! Get that fucking R8 back in your hands, GameZilla. Get it back! He elects for the Desert Eagle instead. We're not even going to watch him just out of principle now. Maybe a little A-site push here, but it looks like the CTs might have a good setup for this. If he gets himself into sandwich free and clear, that's a palace hold that gods are going to remember. Darren Deli from jungle is going to have a great spray as well. This is going to be the hit. Flash to come over. Second flash underway. AK spray, a little bit of a head bomb in palace, but it's too good. Darren Deli from jungle does find one. Kerber and GameZilla find a couple of those Desert Eagles. Maybe I'm happy he had the Desert Eagle instead of the R8. Does collect an AK for his troubles. And they are still fighting on A. Kerber good for that first. And into a 2-on-2 from a 5-on-2. GameZilla and Kerber can put this in the bag. Rotation coming into CT. They're going to double this. Ennis waiting for his teammate of Cadney. Flash to take the peek. Great flash at that. Puts the first down. Spray control even better. And Kerber getting his bell rung. AKs be picked up. Money is pretty big on the CT side, so they're going to keep those AKs. Allow the Opera Veg to buy his own op. 6-0. Bushido snuffing out Mana. Letting them know they're here to play. Again, Mana making it into the Elite Games from Season 54, where they went 10-4 in Maine. And Bushido making it into the Elite Games from Season 54, where they were in Advanced and went 8-6. So this is realistically a top main team taking on an above-average Advanced team. All 10 players, top 1,000 in Europe, realistically on the FPL side of it. But again, it comes down to team play. You could have 5 players, 2,500, taking on 5 players, 3,500, and the 2,500 can win if they have discipline, good communication, and a good IGL. The understanding that you're not going to win every single round, and it is trying to have a little bit of fun. Mana, a little bit of a slow posture here, but with no pressure towards A ramp. Skolin's going to get a little bit cheeky and aggressive with a flash from his teammate. Clears towards A ramp, but this information is heard, and this should be the speed up from Mana. Smoke in mid window, smoke towards connector. And they might want to try to split up towards Cat. It looks like that might be the indication here. Molly into ladder room. Flash for the Cat peek. And it's underway. This B split is coming. There are 2 defenders here. This is Cadney and Ennis. Kerrigan smoke drop. Huge nade to land on the heads of one. Good kill from Cadney with the AK-47. Amari trades it back up, but now they know Ennis is still here. Spots the one jumping out of the window. Vej too quick on it. Jumping out towards backside. Finding himself 2. He's over towards that E-box. Gets himself a 3rd as well, but now the flank put to bed. Skolin gets dropped by Kerber. And what is he to do into round 7? AK on his back. Nothing to play with. Spots 2 now. Knows where the 3rd is. Probably back towards market position. And they're not giving him anything. They're allowing him to walk in. Allowing the off to take the first contact. It doesn't even matter. Darren Deli off the information of his teammate and the pitter patter from Kerber towards Cat. That's a 7th on the board for Bushido Wildcats, and Mana have no response. It's times like this when you say, listen, tack pause. A-site execute. And I'm not talking like, oh, let's go clear mid, let's smoke. I'm talking 5 go towards A ramp and just throw the smokes and march up. If you take first contact and you win, continue pushing. If you lose first contact, just slow it down, set up a second wave of utility. Make sure you're doing something as a team, because you're not doing anything as a team right now except losing as a team. And you need to go for something in the fast mid play. Might be the change of pace here that they're looking for. Maybe up towards Cat. The A-split's going to come in real quick. Veg to deal with the first. Great shot. Flick onto Bladard to open this up, and this is not looking good so far for the Mana side. Losing the first 2. 5-on-3, making a 5-on-4. GameZilla trying to clear up towards A ramp. That is held off beautifully, and into a 2-on-4 they go. Amar and Kerber. B-site's kind of open. He's Ennis to rotate in. He can't kill. Kerber towards Cat. That get right position just too strong to clear out that window fight. Market door fight instead. 3-on-2. Post plant possible. No rotations from the CTs just yet. They want to make sure that they can group up, get back together. They have tons of util for this. Everybody has a kit. With that op being the first point of contact towards Cat. Oh, a little bit of a jump miss. That's okay. Alexi B style. Show us what you got. Setup for the T's on site is okay. Trade potential not really there, so this is definite 1v1s across the board. Amari gonna hear the pitter patter coming up Cat, or Amar gonna hear the pitter patter coming up Cat. Spots the first, sees a second, spray good. Kerber finds the second kill as well. Now fighting towards Cat, and they're trying to get this kill. And Darren Deli back. This will be the first on the board for Mana. Can they collect it? They can. Kerber with the block puts him down in a first. They're starting their T campaign off finally in round 8. But with 3 dying, you know what that means. The old Jason Moses O'Toole saying, 2 cannot buy for 3. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. AKs will get purchased. It's going to be a pretty strong buy for Mana, but that puts their money into the bins. Bushido, on the other hand, we can see how many people have been surviving these rounds. Look at this. Look at these money makers. If Mana want to do this, it's 3 gun rounds in a row. They've already got the first, this one being the second, potentially a fourth if they were successful on the third, but maybe not. Kerber does open up towards Connector. Veg not expecting that fast timing. The ladder room, what was that? Kerber jumping around the corner. Cadney fluffing the spray a little bit, but finally does capitalize on it. Gamezilla does take out Skolin. Snell with a 3-on-4. Traded back from Darren Deli. The double swing coming out from jungle position, though. Too much. Cadney can't handle it. Amari puts him down, or Amar puts him down. Keep saying Amari because I see the I will not lose after his name in the kill feed. And I put the I in my brain because I'm English, and that's what I do. 3-on-2 post plant here. This is looking good for Mana to get themselves a second on the board. Darren Deli says we're not giving up too quickly through the edge of the box. He drops the op of Bladard. And now the swing towards the jungle position. Ennis gets rock shadow spotted, but 4-3 vision ain't gonna be good. Cali puts us into a 1-on-1, but now they know. Ennis deep in CJ spawn swings with the AK-47, 7.62 to the lips and gives Ennis a new haircut. Puts a second on the board. Great work for Mana to be figuring out these last few rounds. Now attack timeout does come in for Bushido. These are attack timeouts where you're not really losing rounds terribly. This is the best way to lose a round. You kill everybody on the other team except for one. You can see what it's done to the economy of Mana. They're able to get the rifles, some utility, almost full, but not everything. They're lacking 1 AK on Amar. They're lacking flashes. They're lacking a smoke, maybe 2. So Bushido just need to take a deep breath and say, guys, we already have 7. This game is not over. Confidence is a killer for us. But here goes Mana straight out towards the A site, and they're going to be dealing with a couple of pieces of util early, but they want to go right through it, and this is heard, this is known, M4 to spray, but nothing done. Kerber and Cali get the first 2. Godard finds a third towards the jungle position, and Amar takes out Cadney. Now left alone, going to be hunted down is Ennis. There's no way they can let him survive. Send a couple to hunt. If you lose the first fight, call it off. Send 2 in, though. See if you can get a quick trade. No point in letting him live. That's the money broken for the CT side of Bushido Wildcats. 3 in a row for Mana, finally breaking the economy and potentially getting themselves up to a 4th round. Wouldn't that be a beautiful recovery for the side of Mana after going down 0-7 on their map pick of Mirage? Bushido. Ennis, can you find more here? Good first kill. Cali gets his bell rung. A little bit of a jump scare from the cap position, but this pressure from apartments is coming in. Slow and steady. They're not going to find him. He's going to be stuck behind truck. Free and clear. Might even find himself a second. Good kill onto Amar. Keeping the finances still relatively in check for the Mana side, but this hero-style rifle on the CT side, Bushido's actually forcing back into this. That's massive. Those 2 kills allow them to get this everything they need, and this is 4 gun rounds in a row Mana's going to have to deal with, and let's see if they can read that economy. I didn't think this buy was going to come in the way it did, but my math is not as good, and I can even see the numbers. So what's the response from Mana? It looks like a little bit more of a stagger default here. Gamezilla setting up utility towards the A site. make it seem like a little bit of a fake. But when they hear these mollies landing, multiple layers of smokes, this is them taking a pause saying, guys, they're on another buy. Probably MP9s, maybe M4, no head armor. Probably lacking kits. What's the play here? Gamezilla setting himself up for that A-ramp take. But he's wary of pressure. They've been feeling this pressure every single round. Bushido Wildcats have been flashing to try to take this fight A-ramp. So he's ready and raring for it. Smoking the palace as the smokes come over A-ramp. Skolin forced out of this position. But it's all a ruse. And this is going to have a lot to do over here. He does a rotation on Cat. That's Cadney, but it's going to be a little too late. Oh, good dig on the first. Finds the second dig as well. Cleans with the first kill. Kerber trades him back out, but the Cat fight, even better. Cadney good for it. Vej does find a kill towards A-ramp, and now this B site under contention here. 3 on 2. Good pop flash from Bladard. If you're watching in chat, set that one up for yourselves when next time you play a pug. This is difficult. Bomb down kind of in no man's land. CT smoke is going to aid in their ability to get this bomb planted. But a 3 on 2 retake, and Skolin is late. He's got to get himself up. Cat barrel spotted. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Too bad. Darren Deli puts him down. Backside. Last player. Good kill from Vej onto Bladard. And this is an 8th for the Bushido Wildcats on their CT side. And the fact that those 3 round wins look like this. 3 dead, 4 dead, 2 dead, and now all of them dead. Money on the mana side. Down to 1900 loss bonus. It ain't going to look pretty for the last round of the half's purchase. Get on that bomb. Skolin. The boys are picking up their AKs. They're good to go.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
A little bit of a disjointed play for mana, maybe a trick play, but the fact that utility comes over stagnant from one person, there's no extra pressures towards a ramp, and losing that early fight, Gamezilla is unable to throw the fake, and Ennis is able to do his best work over at B. Gets himself a kill, plus a dink, an assist for a second, which is all you can expect from your B-side anchor. If you can do that every single round as a B-side anchor, you're going to be winning majors. You don't have to do much more than that. You get 1.5, 1 and potentially 2 kills every single round. You're a god. But the purchase does come back in. It is AKs without utility. Bladard does open up beautifully against Caddy, trying to force the aggression towards Cap. But that was a little bit of an ugly solo play by them. Expecting maybe a lesser buy, and another kill goes away. The T spotted on Cat is Ennis. He has support and connector. This is Skolin, but he doesn't realize how close to death he truly is. Bladard with that op posted on him for sure. Great clear from Amar into connector. Skolin gets rocked, and this looks like a 4th on the board for mana. They just have to get past the op of Vej. He's currently 10 and 5. Hot to trot so far. What information do Bushido have? They know they've lost mid. They know they've lost connector. They have no pressure towards A ramp. Ennis expects them to have pushed out of apartments as well, but it looks like they are going towards B. The apple of their eye is going to be the 3-pronged B split. 2 Cat, 2 through the market flank, but it doesn't even matter. 5 on 1 now. Vej can't get it done. That's going to be 4 on the board for mana. Switching over to their CT side, because Mirage is their map pick.
Terrorists win.
T-side pistol on Mirage. T-side pistol, or CT side pistol, my assumption. 1 here. 1 here, potentially spotting in this position. He'll be going back and forth. And then you're going to put 3 on B site. And you have a spot, and a spot, a spot, a spot, and a rotation. Set yourselves up for the A site retake. They're doing the same as Bushido did. 2 on A site, 3 towards B. Just as good, but Bushido look like they want to go fast towards B. It's Ennis to set up the smoke. Let's try to guess where this one's going to land. Window smoke going out. Beautiful toss by him as well. Bounces straight in, but look who's going to have to deal with this. Gamezilla flashed off the line. No one's checking him. Takes his time. No, he doesn't. Aimbot's not there for him. 3 opening frags. A flurry of frags onto the B site. Bushido open it up. And this retake, it's got no legs. Cali now spotted. No one's going to re-peek this. They're on the first contact to go Skolin's way. As I say that, the cat fight happens there, and Deli drops Kerber. Now there's nothing left to be said. Cadney's going to be able to get head armor and an AK on the cheap. 3150. 3150. Yeah, math is good. 3150. 30, 50. 30, 50, 31, 50, 350, 30, 50, 30, 50. Canadian math's very different from European math, let me tell you. Force by coming back in for Mana. Economical woes for them again. If they lose this round, that's 11 for Bushido, and they're getting one step closer to closing this out. A nice 2-0. With Guard smoked off in mid-window, nothing you can do, but aggression towards A ramp might be what Mana needs, but they call a pause. They say, nah, we ain't going anywhere. Amar with the Desert Eagle on Cat. Trying to hold down B site solo for this eventual pop. Same window smoke, same flashes to come over. Here it comes saying, help me boys. Can't get much done. Vez does take some damage as he jumps in, but Darren Deli too quick on the hold. Scout up close, can't get anything done. Forced down by the Mac 10, and this looks like 10 on the board for Bushido. Should be a save call from these last three CTs as they try to get a little bit of a hunt towards top mid. They do. Cadney gets dropped by the Desert Eagle of Gamezilla. Ennis takes down Kerber. Oh, Callie with the 50 cal. Right to Ennis's face. Another one from Gamezilla. And this retake maybe has legs, but with no kit, they're going to save the Galil at AK-47. Bushido Wildcats up to double digits on Mana's map pick. Oh, they are feeling it right now. Bushido coming in strong. Looking to gather 2-0. Again, Mana came into this as the top seed, winning Group B, which means they play the second place of Group D, which happens to be Bushido. They went 2-1. Mana went 2-0, and it seemed like Mana went pretty flawless too. They played Ancient and Dust 2, 13-4, 13-5, 2 times in a row. On the opposite side, they Turks of Bushido beat Mao's NXT, lose Quasar, and then they beat Leo team. But they were all best of threes, 2-1, 1-2, and 2-1. So they got tons of reps against some really good teams in this exact environment. Mana, on the other hand, they don't know how to suffer a loss. Take their first loss on Nuke, and they kind of crumbled after that. Oh, I love this from Bushido. Just straight up into the A, execute. Let's go. Smoke, smoke, Molly, Molly, Molly. Smoke. Let's go. Here it comes. First Molly lands. Under Balk. Second Molly lands. For the sandwich position. Second Molly for under Balk as well. Flashes are coming in. Overside. Triple is pushed out of position. Callie can't get anything done. Finds one and is done. Pop and smoke comes in. Spray not good. M4A1S2 clean with it. And that's a very solid A-site take from Bushido Wildcats. They wait that pregnant pause, 2-3. They realize the B-site defenders are set up when they hear that Molotov land from across the map. And they just take the fight directly to Mana on the A-site and put an 11th on the board, breaking the back of the Mana squad. And I'd love to see the hunt. Bushido, I don't care how low your money is right now. Hunt these guys down. Make your 12th. Make your map and match point map and match point as easy as possible, but they say nay. They get themselves out. Quick little hold of the site for the last possible second, but now high fives and ass slaps in T-spawn as Bushido reaches 11.
Terrorists win.
Let us watch the game. ALO. Allo. Stop doing that. What am I doing wrong? My ALO? Allo? I don't know what that means. Doesn't matter. This is my stream. If you want to be here, you don't have to be here, okay? All right, round 16. Bushido up to 11. Looking dominant on Mana's map pick. And usually this is where Mana thrives. In the heavy default environment where their aim can reign true. Where they play the rotates and fast retakes on most sites. But Bushido, more of the same. You play rock and you're as successful as you just were. You might as well play rock again because Mana, they definitely ain't playing paper. They're playing a little bit of scissors. You're going to blunt them up right now. Same execute coming in. Deep Molly for the bench position. Forcing Amar edging the edge of the smoke. Finding a great angle. But the second pump from Bushido about to come in. The rotations are underway. But Kerber's now scared. He says, I need to get myself out of here. Re-smoke in Palace. Delays this re-execute. Maybe 10-15 seconds. They'll probably pop through that Palace smoke. It is just one person. Skolin does have a Molotov that he can set up to burn out under. But here comes that second wave of util. Smoke for jungle. Molly for the sandwich position. Flashes over. Backside fight is good. Darren Deli rips the face off of Cali. Can't get anything done. And with that single smoke, that means Stairs is available. Quick jump across. Darren Deli can't get anything done. Ennis does close the gap, though. But into a 3-on-2 we go. Post plant ain't going to come in just yet. Bomb is down, but Cadney finds one. Finds a second. Spans through the smoke and takes Bustard and puts map and match point on the board for Bushido Wildcats. And they have 8 chances to close this out. 6, 7, 8. They have 8 chances to close this out. North American math. Woo! Bushido Wildcats, fans in the chat, fans on this server. Good job by them. 6 rounds on Nuke on their T side. They looked pretty dominant. Switch over to the CT side. They close it out 13-9. A couple of stutter steps. Could have been maybe a little bit of a more one-sided match. Maybe a 13-6, but now they're going for the fight. They're going for the final nail in the coffin. Ladard finds one. Darren Deli just too quick on it. Palace push from Gamezilla. Not good enough. And now Molly'd out of position. Kerber. Is that 3 mollies that land at his toes? That guy, his position is definitely noted. Cali trying to clear up this Palace position. If he can find this, he does. Great work. He's going to be able to get an AK for his troubles as well and a smoke, but they're just going to march right up onto the A site. Don't do this to me. Don't you dare crash on me, game. If this crashes on me... All right. We're still here. Okay, what do you see, chat? What do you see? All right. We're getting out of this. Oh, my everything is done. My everything is done. Coming back to the webcam here. What's up? Okay, that's the game. Bushido closed that one out. 13-4 on Mana's map pick. A little bit of face it crash. Unfortunate scenes there. But GG's to Bushido. They're going to be moving on. Let's see if I can pull up the bracket here for you. Let's see if you can see what I see. Europe Elite 1 groups. So, Bushido beat Mana. They move on. The winner of Quasar versus Fire Flux, which is happening on November 3rd, is going to face them. The upper bracket, ALGO, Algo versus Nuclear Tigress. And then Wampa, WOPA Esports, and Flame Sharks as the other 2 teams in the bracket. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name is Mr. Henry Batt. If you liked what you saw, hit that follow button. It helps me out. Every one of you are amazing human beings. I hope you have the best November of your lives. Come back and check me out another time. Peace.